Welcome back, guys. I'm going to be sharing with you my recipe for chocolate protein pudding. It's kind of late right now and I'm craving dessert, and as you guys know, I love food, and that's one of the reasons why I work out, because if I didn't work out, I'd be a fat fuck. So this recipe is very straightforward. You're just going to go to your local grocery store, pick yourself up some mix. So we're going to be using this type of mix for today, but we're going to be using sugar-free. Now the reason we're doing sugar-free is not only to reduce the amount of calories coming in, but also we don't want to be bombarding ourselves with a lot of sugar, and I don't like really having a lot of carbohydrates or sugar coming in right before bed. What I do like getting in before bed is protein. Now going on to the next thing you're going to need for this is going to be your protein powder of choice. Now we're going to be using chocolate protein powder, obviously, because we're making chocolate pudding, but for those that might want to try, vanilla pudding, you want to be using a vanilla protein powder. And then you're going to want to use some milk of your choice. Now we're using 2% here. Now whole milk may have more calories, more fats, depending on what brand you get, but it really shouldn't matter that much. For this, you're going to need a mixing bowl. Don't have to be that big because it's only going to make 6 servings, and every serving is half a cup. And you're also going to need a cup or a half a cup measurement to be able to make sure you're getting in 3 cups of your milk into this mixture. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pour all the contents of this pudding packet, pour 1 scoop of this protein powder mix, and then 3 cups of the milk of your choice. Now you can use a fork, but we're just going to use a whisk today. And we'll go ahead and mix up this powder before we wind up pouring in our milk. I let my pudding, let my women pretty thick. I don't know about you guys though. I'm gonna stir this up pretty good, whisk this pretty thoroughly. If you do not whisk this thoroughly, you're gonna have clumpy pudding, and it might even be gritty, so you wanna make sure you thoroughly whisk this. With the whisk, just gonna make touching the walls of the bowl, making sure you're not leaving any powder behind, because if you let this sit and then you try to eat it, and oh my god, you got fucking powder in your pudding, it's gonna be a big old mess. Alright, that's good enough for me. It usually takes this pudding about 5 minutes to set, and we're going to put this in the fridge to help not only speed that up, but to make sure it's still cold when we get it out and we're ready to eat it. Alright, so that's at least about 5 minutes. I don't really know. I'm really hungry. I want some pudding, so you can see the consistency for yourself. It's pretty thick. I'm pretty happy with that. The consistency can get a little more thicker if you leave it in longer, for like maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but I'm really happy with how this looks. Oh yeah. That's banging. That slaps. Oh my god. Now you guys can see how much we've made. We made a decent amount. Now this is 6 servings, and I know there's more people out there like me that's probably just about to sit down and eat this whole fucking thing. Before we do that, let's drop some nutrition facts. So this whole bowl is 660 calories. 51 grams of protein, and 78 grams of carbohydrates. So we are getting a decent amount of carbs in before bed if we eat this whole fucking thing. But I tell you what, it's a weekend, we're going to treat ourselves. And I know that most people, you stop at Crumble or somewhere else, you're going to be getting a lot more than 78 grams of carbs and a lot more than 660 calories if you decide to get dessert from somewhere else. I think this is a great thing to have on hand, especially if you like desserts or sweet treats throughout the week. This is not only great to help curb your appetite because of the high protein content, but also those sweet cravings you have, because I love chocolate. I love sweet stuff. And I tell you what, this is definitely going to curb my appetite for any sweets for probably a couple days. And it's going to help curb my appetite in general because of the high protein content. Don't get much better than this. Hope this video is informational for you guys. If you guys got another high protein dessert recipe for me to try out, let me know in the comments down below. Hope you guys have a good morning, a good night whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next one.